Did you have to do a lot of adjusting to how the times changed in your time in jail?
You mean in clubs?
Just in general, just like the nightlife scene.
I mean, I'm usually
people?
a pretty good adjuster. I just
How well versed are you with what was going on in the outside world for this? Was it 17 years? So how much are you allowed to experience in terms of whether it was
well,
television?
you'd think that they would want to teach us computers and things like that, but they don't.
Nothing.
They would want to. You'd think they'd want to prepare us so that we could be productive, members of society and get a job and whatever. But they don't. Computers are not allowed in prison because they're afraid that somebody's going to hack them and make the change the records in the prison to make them get out earlier or something. So they don't allow them. Even the administration. The administration doesn't even use computers. They write letters back and forth.
Really?
Yeah, because they're no.
And they roll them up in little tiny things
scrolls.
and they pass them to each other.
But so, what about television? Are you allowed to you seeing anything?
We did. We had cable. We had HBO. We had Showtime. We had
In
all
your
that.
cell? Mm-hmm. That's huge.
In each cell.
Oz again.
I could do 17 years with a TV.
But no, did you feel like you're really missing out on things as far as
I didn't, because my friends were keeping me,
And by visiting you?
they were visiting and keeping me in letters.
And where were
calls.
you? Which prison were you in?
Oh my God, I was everywhere. I was labeled CMC, which is controlled movement something, because when you go in and you take a test to see how smart you are, whatever, because of who I am, the kind of person I am, I'm a people pleaser. I wanted to say, well, I'm a very smart person. I wanted to show the teacher that I'm a good student. So I did so well that they labeled me a genius, and because if you're a genius, they only keep you in one facility for 1 year because they think you're smart enough to escape. So they move you. Yes, they move you from facility to facility so you don't get so comfortable that you can escape.
Did you always have cable?
Yes, unless I was in solitary.
Did you watch The Wire?
No.
Oh, you gotta watch The Wire.
How would you end up in solitary?
Drugs.
Drugs. Mm-hmm. Is drugs still
Thanks,
something that's a
Seymour.
part of your life today?
Thanks, Sharon.
Drugs are a part of my life because I'm in the artist, I'm in the creative community, and drugs are always a part of the creative community because, creative people are overly sensitive and they use drugs to self-medicate. So, that's in that way, yes. In prison, in prison, if there's any place to use drugs, it's prison.
How easy is it to get drugs in
It's
prison?
easier to get drugs in prison than it was to get drugs at Limelight, which was one of the arguments we used in court, which didn't go over very well in court.
But the drugs at Limelight didn't come out of someone's butt.
Well, they might have.
They definitely got put in somebody's butt.
Yes, they got put inside someone's butt. But
any drug you want available in prison, relatively easily.
Pretty much.
And
pretty
how
much.
do you? Is it
Crank.
What's the currency?
Well,
Is it what the lottery answer is?
DMT.
money, commissary, But the consequences of using drugs are very severe. You get for every time your urine tests dirty, you get a year of solitary confinement, which is
A year straight?
outrageous.
Can you bring the
It's
drugs with you?
outrageous. Well, then that's the thing. You need more drugs. If you're in solitary, you need more drugs.
That's fucking crazy. Did you do a straight year in
I did
solitary?
5 years.
Oh my god!
Straight in solitary?
Yeah.
Not 5 in a row back to back.
5. Yeah, 5.
With cable?
It was supposed. No, they take everything.
Oh,
away.
what?
It
Now
was supposed
you
to
have
be
Jay's
10.
attention.
Whoa.
It was supposed to be 10, but
Now you're
they
being
felt sorry for
punished.
me. They gave me
for literally. Was it an hour a day by law? You out? Is that true? Is that what you, like an hour a day you're outside, or is it?
Well, they're supposed to give you an hour, but that hour starts the minute that you leave your cell. Now, it takes 15 minutes to get shackles on and to be, strip search and everything, and then you go into a cage, and then you come back 15 minutes early because you have to be searched again. So you really get a half an hour out there in a cage in shackles. So
Did you have races against your imaginary cellmate, Kyle?
I didn't have a cellmate. You don't have.
You know what? You always
He's an
win,
imaginary.
but a part of you always believed he was letting you win. That's Kyle.
You don't have cellmates.
Were you going out of your
Who's your
mind in
imaginary
5 years?
soulmate,
There's
Kyle?
Yes, I was going out.
Who
of
are
my
you
mind.
talking to? Yourself?
Myself, yeah.
Shit, that's fucking crazy.
And I kept doing crazy things to get out of solitary. And the mental health department and the Department of Corrections are two different things, and they are opposing. And the mental health department was working to get me out of solitary, and the Department of the Department of Corrections was working to get me more time in solitary. And every time I would do something crazy to get out of solitary, I would swallow, I swallowed a battery. I drank toilet cleaner, and the superintendent would say, "Well, he's just trying to get out of solitary confinement." And my psychiatrist said, "Duh." But eventually, one of these days, he's going to do something that's going to really hurt himself. And then, if somebody's wanting that
Did
badly
drinking
to get
toilet
out-
cleaner not fuck you up?
It did not. It did fuck me up, but not enough to get me out. What got me out was I swallowed 120 ibuprofen, which I didn't think was a big deal. I thought this is going to look like a big deal. But
How did you get 120 in solitary?
I squirreled them away. I asked for a few at a time, and then I hid them. But I guess
thought he meant he kept them in his cheeks.
no. They have, I guess, acetaminophen or acetaminophen, whatever in them.
Acetaminophen.
And so it was very dangerous, and they took me right to the hospital, and they pumped my stomach. And while I was there, the doctor asked me why I had swallowed them. And when I told them, and they brought 2 security guards with me to make sure that I didn't talk. So I told them, I said, I'm afraid to talk to you in front of these 2 people. So they took me alone in a room, and I told them, and I knew I was going to get hell for that. So I told them, I said, I am afraid to go back to the facility now because I think they're going to hurt me because I just told you the truth. So the doctor who was so against this, solitary, he said, from now, he signed a paper that said, from now on, whenever this inmate is out of his cell, I want there to be a video camera videotaping everything that happens when he's outside of his cell. And if anything happens to him, then you're going to be responsible. And if there's no videotape, if you lose the videotape, we're going to assume that you did something to him. So it became so expensive to take me out of my cell to take a shower or to do whatever.
Thank God for that doctor.
Yes, exactly. But that's the reason I got out.
Would you get beaten by?
They were very upset when I did that.
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
The guards beat you up?
No, but they were very upset that I did that, and who knows what they would have done had they not have put that.
Because
Did you get any fights in jail at all, like physical fights?
I didn't really. I'm really good at averting fights. I'm a good kind of communicator, and
Any gay stuff?
Oh, lots of gay stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody in prison is gay.
Oh, what a treat!
One time I was out in the yard, and there was this black guy and a Spanish guy, and they were push-ups, and they had their shirts off. It was hot summertime, and they were fighting. They were in cages. It was in solitary, so they were in cages, and they were yelling at each other, and they're spitting each other. And the Spanish was.
Did you have a peace treaty in your mouth and butt?
What?
Did you have a peace treaty in your mouth and butt between these 2 guys?
Well, the Spanish one spit at the black one. He said, "Yeah, that's that good Puerto Rican spit. You like that And it was like watching a gay porno movie. I mean, it was really like.
I'm boning up as we speak. I'm not even gay.
No, it was really sexy. And when I told that to them, I said, this is like,
You're standing by the cage, just jerking off about it.
I'm like, this is really gay. And he's like, you wouldn't be saying that if this wall wasn't here. I said, but it is here, Blanche. The wall is here, Blanche. Nobody got it, but
I got it.
I thought it was going to end with
if
you
you get
fucking
it, you're
those 2
gay.
guys.
So now, would you be able to use the fact that you enjoyed gay sex as currency in jail? Is that something you could do?
You're so lucky if you're. I don't know what the myth is, but the reality is you're so lucky. If you go to prison and you're openly gay, you get everything. I mean, everything. They buy you things. You get love letters. They spend commissary on you. They carry your tray in the mess hall. I mean, everything is done for you. You get everything done for you.
You're a sugar baby.
Yeah,